What will you expect to see in the 2023 housing market? So stay tuned and I'll give you my thoughts. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Sabina Robertson with Silver International Realty, a local realtor serving 38 to Destin and the surrounding area in the beautiful Emerald Coast, Florida. 2022 sure was a roller coaster in the real estate market. And now in 2023, we will see a more balanced market. So what does a balanced market really mean? It means that, it's a win-win situation for sellers and buyers. Sellers are still going to get a really good chunk for their house value, and buyers now have more options. And especially if you are dependent on financing, you don't have to lose your offer against multiple offers and cash buyers. In 2022, a lot of the buyers had to waive their appraisal gap in order to get their offer accepted. Now in 2023, not so much anymore. And that is all because we are in a balanced market. Many people are predicting that the interest rates may adjust and go back down at the end of 2023. But until that happens, the buying power for a lot of buyers has decreased because what they were able to afford last year now is going to have to be less home because of the higher cost in financing. I still think you need to consider that when you're holding on to a home, when you're purchasing a home and you're keeping it for a number of years, 7, 8 years, you will always, not only will your home value increase, but it will also, you build up equity. And I think a lot of people oversee that factor that you are building up equity as well in your home. Because of the rising interest rates, lenders are coming up with all kinds of financing options. I just recently interviewed Brandon with Home Reach Loans, and he was explaining the difference between the 2x1 buy down and the 3x1 buy down. So I think there are products out there that can make it more attractive for a buyer. In addition, sellers are now willing to offer some closing incentives. We're kind of stepping away from multiple offers, which is really a much better deal for a buyer. Now, with that being said, if the property is in a desirable location and at a priced right, you still see multiple offers, but maybe only 1 or 2. Not quite as crazy as we saw 70, 80 offers. I remember having one of my listing having 25 multiple offers, and that is pretty insane, to be honest with you. Assumable mortgages will be coming back in the pictures. So many years ago, when interest rates were close to 15-16%, VA loans and some of the assumable loans became very attractive. Because it means if you qualify, you can assume a loan at that lower interest rate. Like in 2020, when they reached an ultimate low of 2.5%, wouldn't it be nice if you can get a hand on one of those assumable loans? Of course, you still have to carry the difference, right? Because they have probably built down their equity and now the home is worth more. So you still have to come up with a secondary mortgage to cover the difference unless you have the cash to put down. If you are a seller and assumable mortgages are an option for you, please make sure that your liability is completely released once the transaction closes. For the last few months, we are in the Panhandle, have been in a traditionally slower market. Usually before the holiday season, a lot of people are not really into buying real estate. But now our selling season starts back in the spring. So I'm really curious to see what that will bring. I personally like to study the market monthly, and what I look for is pendings. Is the number of pending listing changing? What about the sold and active listings? You can pretty much see a pattern months to months where the market is heading. So I think being able to look at the statistical data is crucial right now in real estate, because once interest rates start going back down, it will also increase the buyer's pool. So then you're going to have more competition. So here are 2 tips. If you are a seller, you need to consult with your real estate professional and come up with a really good strategy on how to price your property. It is really important you look at all the data because you want to be ahead of the game. You don't want to catch the market and keep reducing your property to be where the market is heading. You want to be ahead of the game. And if you are a buyer, take a look at the homes and see, is it priced correctly for the current market? And make a good offer. Maybe ask for some incentives from the seller to help you with some of the closing costs. And keep in mind, if you hold on long enough, you build up equity too. And the real estate market, just like the stock market, is going up and down, up and down. I don't anticipate the real estate market crashing like it did in 2008. We have way too many people that have solid financing, and I do think it's going to adjust a little bit. I think that if you look at 2020 when COVID hit, we kind of didn't know where the real estate market is heading. Everybody was staying inside. Then in 2021 to the beginning of 2022, the market went insane. Some of the home prices went up by 45% here in Santa Rosa Beach in the Destin area. That is truly insane. Never happened before at that extreme. And now we're returning more into a balanced market. That big jump has to come back where the market was supposed to be. If it had just gone up normally, 5-6% every year. So you kind of have to look at it and see, where's the house priced? Where should I come in with my offer? And your professional realtor can advise you, and together you can make a good decision. So time will tell what's going to happen with our real estate market. I still invest, I still buy property, and I am a firm believer that real estate is the way to go. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to listen to my monthly market update, please subscribe to my channel. I think you'll find them helpful to give you a little bit of an insight on what's going on in this market. I hope you have a wonderful day. Auf Wiedersehen, goodbye, tschüss, until the next time.